Well, if nothing else, you can tell by all the TV ads, it is election season. And several weeks ago, Senator Russ Feingold and Senate candidate Dave Westlake joined us on this program. And today it's candidate Ron Johnson. We thank you for taking time to stop by and talk with us today. Of course, one thing that's on everybody's mind now is the economy. And we thought there was a little bit of a recovery, and then things really got bumpy last week. What is your answer to,
Sure.
to
Well, first of all, good morning, Rob, and thanks for having me on.
Welcome.
I think what's happening in the economy is there's such a high level of uncertainty. And I really do believe it is the Feingold-Obama agenda. I mean, the fact that rather than concentrate on the economy, they spent the first year passing health care reform, which is not going to do what it was designed to do in the first place. But, employers don't know what the cost of that's going to be in terms of putting new employees on. Then they passed the financial regulation bill, and again, that's 2,300 pages, and it creates a high level of uncertainty. So certainly as I've been around the state, and I've already done, I think, 350 events, 54 counties, over 150 cities and towns, the people I'm talking to, there's a palpable fear. I mean, people don't know, is my job secure? Their 401ks have not been replenished, so there's just a high level of uncertainty both with consumers and businesses not willing to spend money, not willing to invest, not willing to bring more people on in terms of a job creation.
In other interviews, and correct me if I'm wrong, you've mentioned that you don't believe in government subsidies, but I think it was back in the 80s, your company did receive special interest loan. How is that different than a subsidy?
First of all, you have to understand that it was not a loan from any taxpayer or government authority. I mean, the loan came from a bank. So there's no subsidy, and the city and the taxpayers were not on the hook for it. If we wouldn't have paid back the loan, the bank would have been on the hook. But we paid back the loan. And really, what industrial revenue bonding really is just a financing alternative that cities offer to businesses to attract them to locate in the city. And quite honestly, for the city of Oshkosh, it's been very, very well worth their while because we've been operating there now for 31 years. We've employed hundreds of people. We paid a lot of property tax. We pay a lot of income tax. We put an awful lot of money back into the economy of Oshkosh. So it's one of those things that the cities do that really doesn't cost the taxpayers a penny, but it helps attract business. It helps get businesses started. And quite honestly, for Senator Feingold and his allies to come out and start demonizing that type of program, start attacking small business, I don't see where that propels the economy. I think that's one of those common sense programs that really works to help generate business, and we just took advantage of it.
In the area of cutting spending, should we continue to pay out unemployment even to those who are on without a job for a long, long time?
Well, of course, the number one solution to that is let's get the economy going. Let's actually start creating jobs. And I think the point the Republicans in Congress are making is in a $3.7 trillion budget, we couldn't find $34 billion to offset, so we didn't have to expand the deficit. But in terms of unemployment, I'd like to, like the state of Wisconsin, for example. We allow people to take a part-time job without totally cutting off their benefits, so it's a win-win situation. I think that'd be the only thing I would say in terms of extension of federals. Let's take a look at the intended and unintended consequences and see if we can't create incentives for people to, to take entry-level positions or part-time jobs without cut off of benefits, so there's an incentive to take that job, get back to work.
In the area of climate change, and that's got some of the comments you've made has gotten a lot of attention as of late. What, in your mind, what is causing climate change?
Well, I'm certainly no expert. My point is, I think it's unsettled science, and when you don't really know, the last thing we want to do is tax the economy to another $1 trillion. That would be awful. We've got a very weakened economy here. We need to make sure that we have actually money in consumers' pockets, in the pockets of businesses, so they can expand. Something like a cap and trade bill, cap and tax, in Wisconsin, for example, would cost the average family $1,600. There have been estimates it would cost Wisconsin 40,000 to 60,000 jobs. My point is, it's not settled science, and we should not tax the economy on the basis of unsettled science.
And I'm just going to get one more quick question, and I guess I'll need a quick answer. Just on Iraq, that there are 50,000 troops left. The end of combat operations will end this week. Do you think there will be a time where we're going to have to go back, considering how unsettled it is now, and insurgents are really making a run once again?
Well, I hope not. And let's face it, I really hope and pray that Iraq does work its way out. I mean, it would be very nice to have a functioning democracy in the middle of the Middle East. It would be a good example for the other countries in that area.
Ron Johnson, appreciate you coming in, and good luck on your campaign.
Thanks for having me in.
Thank you, sir.